their shit and they're going to other places. They're going to Brazil. They're going to Venezuela. They're taking and selling ore to other countries. If you can't see that, then I don't know what else to tell you. If you don't understand that, I really don't know what else to tell you.
And everybody wants to be in our market. We're never going to lose our place on this planet. We're never going to lose our place.
Oh, Mari, that's not.
You're right.
You guys.
You're never going to lose our place.
That's not true. These companies don't have to stop American products.
We're never going to be Venezuela. We're never going to be Venezuela.
But the bottom line is, even if it hurts our economy by 5%, it's still hurting our economy.
Consumer price index. People are still spending money at record rates today, as we speak.
Today,
people are still going to the store. Buying
until they don't.
Buying cars. People are still buying. I still go to Costco. Matter of fact, I'm going to Costco today. I'm probably going to spend $11.
I was waiting my turn.
Hold on, Amari. Why are people not buying houses right now? Why has the housing market? Why has the housing market taken a hit?
It's mortgage rates. It's not just mortgage rates.
I bought my house in 2023. I paid 6.7.
It's not just mortgage rates. It's not just.
Interest rates on the mortgage was super
Amari, we do have some problems. I'll be very honest. We are starting to see some softness in the economy. The consumer is tapped out. Defaults are fucking sky high right now. Y'all ain't probably paying your credit card bills and you're getting your cars repoed at very high numbers. But I do want to say this because now that you're back, Amari, I want to say this before.
This didn't happen in January 2025.
No, I didn't say
that. Please be honest. Okay.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh Mari, Trent, go because I was waiting actually, Amari, and you jumped in, cut me off. So
yeah, no, hold on, Ryan. Hold on, Vindicated. Trent, you need to also just be honest because a lot of times these people
I'm trying to be honest. Let me be honest.
I just want to say something. But I just need you to preface. A lot of what these people are saying is they blaming Trump for everything underneath the sun.
If you let me,
and it's not fair.
If you let me finish.
Okay.
So I want to say, and then Vindicated, you can go right after this. I want to say this while War and Amari are in the room. Okay. What PhD has posted on the top, the Chevron layoffs, the 20% of workers, has nothing to do with Trump. Okay. That is not Trump's fault. All of the energy companies are making cutbacks on because of oil exploration, because the world doesn't need as much oil. It doesn't have anything to do with anything that the Trump administration has enacted. Vindicated, go ahead.
So I did earlier, Trent. Thank you for saying it. I said that earlier.
And I said it after you said it.
Oh my God. Okay. All right, so I just wanted to say it's a few things that TC said that were just blatant lies. He said that the GDP decreased under Biden administration. The GDP increased every.
Man, it's hard to.
Excuse me, TC, 1 second. Excuse me. You did. Excuse me, don't backtrack, please. Please. Just go on mute, please.
No, you're not gonna sit there and say something
TC, you literally went on and on about how people interrupt you, and now you're interrupting.
GDP went down under.
He did. We all heard you.
We gotta stop being emotional.
Nobody's emotional, but the fact of the matter is, that's what the fuck.
Stop being emotional.
Yo, like what I say, y'all don't comprehend it. So
TC, it's really not your turn. It's
Vindicated talk.
TC, it's not your turn. TC set up on the stage that the GDP it went down under Biden. He said the Biden economy was horrible. When you check the numbers, the GDP increased every year under Biden. Also, as a few other pieces of misinformation, he said tax on temps. Okay, I know, and I'm gonna be vindicated, and I'm gonna be vindicated by the end of the replay because of what you said is what
I already vindicated.
How was that anybody in this room? What I said?
TC, stop the performative antics, okay? I just want to finish. You just don't want people to realize. You don't want people to listen. TC,
Somebody structure this discussion, please, mods. Please, mods. Please, mods.
I'm saying that, okay, so that was the first lie. The second lie was he said tax on tips helps black people. Tax on tips disproportionately helps the rich. The people, the tip workers already don't pay much in taxes because they're tip workers. Typically, if you work at a Waffle House or something like that, right? You're not paying a shit ton of money in tips. In taxes, because your wages are already super fucking low, so you don't pay that much money in tips. So it's going to be disproportionately okay, I get it. Okay, I got it. So it's going to disproportionately benefit the rich, which is not going to help black
There's
people.
no difference.
By the way, what's
Okay, I just want to
Let Vindicated please land this plane, please. Do you see the runway? Do you see it, Vindicated?
I'm trying. My brain gets caught up in when people interrupt me. I'm sorry. So, all right, that was the second thing. And then lastly, I'll just try to sum it up because I know other people want to speak. This is what Trump supporters rely on. They rely on misinformation. They rely on, spreading lies about Donald Trump. We are not saying that the inflation rate report that came on 100% of it is attributed to Donald Trump's job, right? But to say that Donald Trump did not contribute to it is a lie. To say that this has something to do with Biden's doing is also a lie. Because if we are being objective about this and you're reading the reports and they talk about the contributing factors to this, some of it has nothing to do with Biden or Trump. Some of it has to do with shifts in the industry or some of the things that Trent said. But some of it has to do enough of it has to do with the decisions that this man has made within the last 20 days, which is to threaten companies with tariffs. That in itself holds a lot of weight and it influences cost. And I just don't understand why Trump supporters can't simply say, yeah, that may not have been the right thing, considering all the variables, considering the fact that you're talking about, okay, housing prices is increasing. Then why the fuck would you support a president that wants to impose tariffs if that's something you say you care about? Like, I just don't understand that.
Real quick.
Let me tell you that. We can jump in.
No, I'm waiting. Tien, you after me. I'm waiting.
Go ahead, Jim.
So I'm curious if, since he wants to make the claim that I lied, are you willing to put your money where your mouth is?
Oh, no, not
TC,
this.
it's not a piece of imagination, honestly.
Wait, you said, hold on. You said for the whole stage to hear what I said.
TC, I'm not interested in a bet with you.
Grow under Biden.
He said he's not interested. He said he's not interested.
I'm not interested.
He said he's not
Make
interested.
your point.
Come on, done with the bet.
All right, so he don't want to do the bet.
What I said, but he won't stand.
Fuck the bet. Make your point, CC.
The replays are on. I did not say that. He won't even put his money where his mouth is. What I said was GDP growth contracted, which means that it still grew. It just did not grow at the same pace that it did in Q2 and Q1 of 2024, which means that the growth is slowing down. Means that your economy is slowing down. You're not experiencing the same gains that you had.
TC, they lost the election. TC, let's keep it simple. They lost the election because nobody believed their bullshit, right? So TC, we won. At the end of the day, all this shit that they rule, the economy's so great under Biden, they pumping up their chest. Who gives a flying fuck? They lost the election because nobody believed that.
I'm sorry, can I ask him a simple question?
No, because it's going to go down a rabbit hole. Give me 1 second, Vindicated. You're going to appreciate it. First of all, I want to talk about tax on tits because I am into strippers. No, I'm joking right now. Let's get back to it though. But in 2025, right, they're saying that there's an article that I've been wanting to share with you guys, and I'll put the link in the chat, that they're saying that let me give context. Before I say this, I do understand we're less than 30 days into the presidency, so all of it can't be linked to him, but a lot of it in part, they're saying, is related, right? They're saying that tariff-related pressures are causing certain industries to really suffer, mostly manufacturing, technology, retail, so on and so forth. The companies that they named were Tesla. They said Tesla has been struggling with increased tariffs on Chinese-made batteries and EV components imposed as part of the U.S.-China trade tensions. Let me finish. Let me finish.
But go ahead, bro.
Yeah, all right. Apple, they said consumer electronics. Apple has faced renewed challenges with semiconductor and component tariffs, leading to increased costs in iPhone and Mac production. They're trying to shift their supply chain right now to India and Vietnam. They said Caterpillar, the heavy machinery company, they said they're heavily reliant on steel and aluminum imports, and they're facing tariff-related cost spikes, leading to workforce reductions, layoffs in U.S. plants. Intel, the semiconductor industry, they're saying, remember the CHIPS Act, they're saying semiconductor companies have been partially hit by restrictions on Chinese-related exports and tariffs on key components. Intel has announced layoffs in its chip fabrication divisions, partly, so I hear the partly due to the impact of trade tensions, limiting sales to China and higher production costs. Walmart, retail and supply chain, they said Walmart has announced reductions in corporate and logistics jobs due to increased costs on imported goods, especially consumer electronics, apparel, and household products. And that's going to impact a lot of us. They said Ford has faced layoffs due to the rising cost of imported auto parts and raw materials, including steel and aluminum, which have become more expensive under recent tariffs. So there are real companies being impacted, and I'm not saying it's the only factor, but it's definitely one of the key contributing factors.
And I would ask, can we just clarify?
Already, the trajectory of their sales was already suffering anyway. iPhone suffered.
No.
Elon, again, that to me is self-inflicted. Ford has been suffering for years. So these are companies that are like already, super suffering. The companies that are excelling, we're not going to hear about them because they planning for the future. And what it looked like to me is a clean setup. Because you can't say that we can't deal with China, but everything that we deal with comes from China. And then at the same time, if we really that scared of China, why would you show us how they living over there? Why would you show us products that we've never seen before in our life? Yeah. So to me, this seems like a clean setup. Huawei is proven to be a better product, right? That probably a lot of people don't even know what Huawei products are. These are China-made communication devices and things of that nature. BYD, which is an EV auto company, and they got like Ionic and several more, not just in China. We got Korea that's coming along, and then guess who else wants to join in on this party? We got countries in Africa that's developing their own technology on their own devices. So we're not in it's no more bully ball. Right? Yeah. You really, it's really everybody now. It's a global economy.
It's always been that.
Let me jump in.
But hold on, before we lose the point, hold on, Tim. I swear, it's 5 seconds. I swear. I just want to remind everybody
It's never
that
5 seconds of indicators.
I swear, I promise.
Hold on, who's the mic bully? Because you might not be listening, but some of us over here listening intently. And when you Bogart push someone off the mic like that, like I'm sitting over here like, okay, well, where's the end of the story? So who was that got pushed off the mic?
Yeah, me. I just want to jump in.
Yeah, they always bullying you, Tan.
Yeah,
that
was not 10. That was not 10. Don't love it.
That was not 10. He just trying to get in.
It was me. Big money. Let's go, please.
I'm pretty sure it was 10, but...
No,
You will recognize that weird ass boy. You'll recognize.
Well, I know somebody who didn't have a big loud ass mic.
Oh, she talking.
It was creator. It was actually creator.
But go ahead.
Where's the creator? Hold the hell on, 10. Good God.
See?
Creator, can you speak so I can hear your voice? Was that you who got pushed off the mic?
Yeah, I was done, man. I appreciate y'all.
Yeah, he was done.
I told you it wasn't 10. I told you it wasn't 10.
Well, I appreciate that. My apologies, okay? I don't have a problem with it.
I'm gonna need you to listen, not show listening.
Not push each other off the mic.
So let's laugh. He said he was done.
Like little Mike.
Y'all better respect my mind, man. Y'all know to respect my mind, man.
Appreciate
Whoever next, go ahead and do your thing.
All these little Mike songs.
Go ahead, 10.
Don't let him get away. I was trying to call him out.
No, I want 10 to go.
Sound like you want to flirt.
We don't.
10.
No, not at all.
10. I want 10 to can 10 get 3 minutes.
He was moaning. I want to call him out.
I was disappointed because he lied on the stage.
Hey, 10. I want 10 to get 3 minutes.
No, 1 minute and a half.
Yo, big man, just cool, man. Just relax, dog.
Right.
So what about it? Listen. The gentleman that just spoke a while ago, it's a lot of magic,
English,
right?
please.
It's I'm sorry, I apologize. So he was talking a lot of magic stuff, a lot of stuff in the air. Oh, you know, we're not afraid of China, and tell China that we're not afraid and this and that. And big man, listen, dog. Trump, you have to understand how the market's working. The markets are mostly speculative. So these prices are going up because they are anticipating the fallout from Trump's tariffs. You understand me? So these companies are smart. They don't want to lose a dime. They want to make the money now to make sure that they have a soft landing.
I hate to interrupt y'all. I hate to interrupt y'all, but we got to move on to part 2. Somebody got removed from the last room. So let's go on and kick that
A lot of somebody.
Damn.
What did I miss?
Man, y'all look, I can't tune in for you. You got to be here to see the drama.
That's what I'm trying to do. You might as well just go ahead and shoot the pain, bro. You might as well go ahead.
All right, so
come on, y'all. Let's go to the new room, y'all. Let's go. Hurry up.
you want me to finish, Doc?
I hate the mic.
You don't have to talk ever again, Ten.
I like it when you talk, Tin. Hit the link at the top.
Hurry up. Go ahead, Nacho AC.
By the one gentleman.
Let's free to go while we're talking. Free to
There
go.
was only like one conservative voice in there. It was like
Right, but I've been in and out of this room all day,
Where's
and I've
TC?
been, TC, and
yes.
hold on. So that's just fair. So people who are on the
Can y'all make sure y'all mind the appropriate people? I'm driving right now and it's a snowstorm, so like I can listen,
Be safe.
but I can't.
Yeah, be safe.
I'm almost home though, so it's good, but I just can't mind people right now because I gotta
I
take
got you.
my eyes off the road.
I don't mind either. I know what's name asked me to mod him for a while. I was like, I don't mod people for one, so I apologize. I didn't want to, but I don't do that.
No, don't worry about it. PhD's gonna mod it.
Yeah, I let PhD do the mod.
Can I get a recap of what happened last year?
I don't know. I took a phone call, took a business call, and which I got to take another one in about 8 minutes. So I'm lost. Y'all put me up to date.
I've been in and out of this room for the last 4 hours, and the dude, every time I come in here, TC is monopolizing the conversation. He started when he trying to defend Pink Hill about 2.5, 3 hours ago. And from then, every time I leave the room and come back, he's always the one that's monopolizing the mic. Talking over everybody.
So who got removed though? Who got removed from the room, War?
I don't know.
So, well, I thought that Calvin was removed, so I wasn't happy. So I reached out to PhD. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, so what happened was when I came in the room, the room was not being moderated. There was two guys on the bottom that were doing majority of the talking, and then V was talking with them two guys. So I told them, like, look, I'm hearing personal attacks, y'all talking over each other, you know what I'm saying? That's not what the room is for. I'm trying to get control of the room. They talking over me, so I moved them to the audience. I didn't put anybody out of the room because I don't do that. It's not necessary to put people out of the room to get control of the room. You just move them to the audience. You get control of the room. You do a reset. You bring it back to the topic. And anybody that want to act their age and not their shoe size, you sit them in the audience and let mature people have the conversation on the stage. That's all.
Agreed. So what happened? I feel like we're missing a lot of people now because like 10 was speaking, and I feel like we kind of out of sync right now. So
It's real easy to move somebody, Omari, but right, as a moderator, right, it takes a skill set to be able to wrangle the room, right, wrangle the people, without using your veto privilege. Because what it does is it throws off the balance and the equilibrium. Then people don't want to talk. People get scared to talk. But just practice, right, trying to talk to people, talk them down off the ledge. What do you call it, Omari? What did you call it? Crises.
de-escalation.
De-escalation. There you go. Right? He talks about de-escalation all the time. And so I think y'all should really look up de-escalation techniques so that you can practice them instead of pulling that mod power, because it really
like it's really unnecessary if you're using your moderator skills.
That's all the mods do is use their moderation.
Can we invite 10? Because I can't fight 10.
If I had a bean, it'd have been over.
Use their powers.
I ain't really in a rush to hear from 10 though. I ain't really.
Nah, man, we got. I want to show some diversity and some inclusion.
But I would like to hear from you, Shalonda. Hey,
Shalonda, I want to talk to you.
Hey, how y'all doing?
What's up? So are the prices gonna come down, Shalonda, or? And talk to me about this. What Amari got? What does anybody? What we gonna say about Exxon laying off 15 to 20% of their workforce?
Man, they already answered that. You were gone when they already talked about that. That shit was already in the play. Where's Trent at? Trent already explained that was gonna happen regardless, man. A lot of industry and energy companies were laying off prior to that.
Oh,
allegedly.
Okay.
No, it's happening. I mean, people who know me know that's true.
We don't know if this is because of that.
You said Cody
No, it was brother, not me. It was not me. It was brother getting opened up.
Trent gave brother an invitation to the Four Seasons to get him
Also, yeah.
I'll be in room 1812.
Oh my God. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Is that your regular?
1812. Oh, Lord. He said he's neutral. He's taking it from the British and the American. You trust Egypt?
No. But if they're working with Americans, then maybe.
Well, we have a couple pretty good bases in Egypt, so yeah, a little bit.
We'll have to see. Hi, Yigal. How are you, friend? Shalom.
Hi,
Shalom, Robert.
Disrespectful, but they thought, but they didn't know Shlomi. They thought it was someone else, so I'll give them that. No problem. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, even that sack guy called it bullshit, didn't he? But
So good. Can we have like a good conversation, a happy one? Like, I don't know.
No here.
I saw you got together.
Sorry, go ahead, Rafa.
I saw you got together with Daniel recently. Looked like you guys, you've been going out, having fun, meeting people.
You mean Daniel from here, from Clubhouse?
Yeah. I saw he posted a picture with you on Instagram.
Ah, yeah, I met him in the restaurant. I told him to come with Amnon and Alex Steinmetz was in Israel. So we said a little bit to him. And Amnon, yeah, just ate a little bit, ate dinner, drink a little bit. Yeah, it was nice.
Is it Daniel that lives in Berlin?
No, Daniel lives in Tel Aviv.
Berlin? Oh.
No, a different Daniel. He lives in Tel Aviv.
Hold on, let me listen, and I can play it for you. Hold on.
Now, if you're gonna do break the news, Don Lemon, you better play it right.
Hold on, let me play it. Let me make sure like how y'all do it, because I'm learning like
That's
y'all
not
do.
how we do it.
Hold on, you find music node. Hold on, we're on music mode.
And make sure you're not on your Bluetooth.
Yeah. Let me take out my my iPhone.
Look at Cypher with the baby oil. Pause.
Can you hear me?
But the baby oil was crazy. Baby oil boys is
I'm trying to tell you, that's the only thing. That's them terror taxes, man. They slipping through. Terror taxes going up, man.
Baby oil boys.
President Trump now says he'll impose reciprocal tariffs on several countries next week. Now, that's a pledge that frankly rattled some global markets, but we're still wondering today, what might that mean for the U.S. economy? Let's bring in Peter Morrissey, the former International Trade Commission chief. He's now a professor at the University of Maryland. Peter, there's so much we can talk about, but let's begin by explaining for the folks at home, what is this idea of reciprocal tariffs, and how would you explain what that might mean, not just to us, but to the countries that may be hit by them?
Well, typically, the United States charges fairly low tariffs compared to the people we trade with. For example, India has much higher tariffs than we do. What we would do with reciprocal tariffs, instead of charging all countries the same rate, we'd level up to what they charge us. So you're going to charge 15% on our cars, we'll charge you 15% on your cars, that kind of thing.
Well, let me ask you, though, in the case of Canada, people have been wondering, certainly if you watch the CBC or any of the Canadian broadcasters, I wouldn't say they're in a panic, but I would suggest that they're massively concerned about what the impact of, say, 25% tariffs might mean to their economy, and yet you've described to me that much of our trade with them is actually duty-free. Why all the hullabaloo about what that might do to them, and how might that even help us?
Well, we've been duty-free in the automobile sector since the 60s, and we've been duty-free in the entire economy, except for a few agricultural products, since the 80s. And as a consequence, you got to remember, Canada is a country that's 5,000 miles long, but only about 200 miles wide in terms of economics, in terms of where stuff happens. So they've very heavily integrated north to south with us because of these free trade arrangements. A tariff would completely upset and disturb that. My feeling is there should be some sort of accommodation we can come to with the Canadians about areas of friction. Whatever border issues we have, whatever drug issues, it should be possible. The thing is, you have to remember, Trudeau is kind of like a New York City mayor. Not the one we have now, but others that we have had, or the New York City prosecutors. They take a very, promiscuous look towards people that smuggle. Similarly, or any kind of crime, it's a social problem. Well, likewise, the Mexicans, they basically have let the gangs run wild, and now they've lost control of their country because they've become more rich and powerful than the government.
Yeah, and that's certainly the case.
So, look, now that, all y'all economic, now he's a professor at the University of Maryland in economics, so, before y'all want to call him some Trumper, y'all want to put up your credentials against him, you're more than welcome to, but I'll land with that. Go ahead, y'all.
One isolated professor, that's impressive.
Number one, we would definitely find multiple opinions. And number two, I don't think it would necessarily come clearly out on one side or the other. I could imagine two different rabbis, two different Orthodox rabbis, forget liberal progressive rabbis, two Haredi rabbis, right, that could legitimately use the sources one way or the other way. I'll give you just one example and then I'll shut up. I remember reading two different responses about land for people.
I'm anti-black.
There we go.
I'm for the civil rights movement, so I guess that would make me pro-black.
Yep, you would be in the pro-black camp.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be for the civil rights. That was. I'm never gonna be for the civil rights. It's because it's a little bit of a slap in the face. You know what I'm saying? Like I think that. You know what I'm saying? Like how was it? Like any images you see.
Maybe they have like a point. Who knows? But you should give them the benefit of the doubt. Let's see where they're going.
I gave him the benefit of the doubt for a long time, but then I thought about it. It's a relevant conversation if I should abort, in abortion, and the whole idea of abortion, is it moral or not? The whole idea of an alien does not.
Children, because I can see that this kind of discrimination has gone unaddressed for way too long. People just discriminate against only children. Like, what is going on?
Y'all are selfish.
You're saying to Jesus Christ, and that's what the focus is going on over there, so that we can find this rest in Jesus Christ. That even in that, He works out our faith for us. he gets us.
Yeah, sure, Norm.
I studied these things.
Hey guys, hey Shlomi, hey T, hey David, Rafi, everybody else.
Hey, you got my number?
Yeah, I messaged you. Did you see my message?
No.
I said, hey, it's me, pal.
Hi, Heather. Hi, pal.
Hi, how's it going? But it has like a girl picture on it.
Hey, thanks for letting my dad speak earlier.
Chill, Zach.
Shlomi? Does it have a girl picture?
Jacob, your father was a character.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you don't think like your father. I'm glad you have your own brain.
Oh my God. He's so tough to deal with.
How did you grow up liking Jews with a father like that?
Well, he never spoke against them, and he just would. He didn't understand that he never met a Jew in his life, so he's 50. You know, he grew up in Elvis country. There's no Italians, there's no Jews.
Does he know Elvis was Jewish? You gotta tell him, it might like change his mind.
That boy don't even know. Nah, it's just a different mindset, man.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Break it to him slowly. Start off with Jesus was Jewish and that he worships a Jew. That'll get him started.
I don't even think he believes in God. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. The motherfucker, he's different.
Go and tell a message from you. Sorry.
I don't think he's like a good person, to be honest with you. I'm starting to
Shlomi, I
question
sent
him.
you my number. Did you get it? Here.
Did you hear Jacob?
I sent you.
Saying he's questioning whether his dad's a good person.
Yes.
Oh, I got it too. Thanks.
Okay, great. Yeah, the person who sent me the number maybe got me the wrong number. I think it's your family number, maybe.
Maybe, I don't know.
So T-Robs is Tim Robinson, potato snitch.
Yeah, I'm sorry about my dad. He's
Wow.
not, but he doesn't know
Look at
any
that.
better.
Look at that PTR. Like, that's awesome. Pederast, racist, meet Tim. Oh, this is beautiful.
No, he claims to be an accountant. He never had an accounting degree.
T-Robs, I didn't even
He would
see
just
what
make
you've
cold
done here.
calls for companies and
Great
stuff.
work. Beautifully
Different
done. Let's see.
appointments for
How do I click?
the firm partner.
Can't view your profile. Show me!
That's what he claims.
You're talking about Jesus?
No, my father.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm reading the chat. I apologize.
They have that in common, your father and Jesus. Jesus was also
Listen,
in business
I know
development.
if he was around today, he'd be in business development for sure. It's where the money is, and and the people.
Yeah, also, there's a lot of money to be made when you can multiply fish and wine and bread.
Oh God.
Absolutely. Hey, you know
what I would do if I was Jesus?
You want me to get the Godfather back on?
I would hang out by the water, right, and play it totally.
Nicely
low-key.
done, T-Robs.
And not even do it in front of big.
Excellent work.
There's only one or two people around. Just say.
Always go on the offensive, eh?
The Jews want to hear you again. Hi. There you go again.
Attack!
Hi. They welcome you back. They do? Yes, sir. Oh, hi, everyone. The guy writes Jesus. What the hell's that? All right. Okay. All right, Dad, go ahead. Speak the truth. About what? The American dream, being a Marine from Chicago, Illinois. Being in the United States Marines? Whatever you want to talk about. There's 100 people listed. I did serve in the United States Marines. I served 10 years, active duty. It's probably the toughest military branch in the world.
I'd like to say thank you for your service.
I mean, you're. I don't know how to really respond to that. I mean, you're welcome, I guess. I don't know. But I did, and I left home at 17. 17 years old, I was gone. And I didn't come back. I never came back to my home. Never.
I did to visit sometimes when I was on leave, but no, never came back and settled there.
Sasha wants to ask you a few questions about your voice.
My what?
Your voice. Go ahead, Sasha.
Sorry, I'm not keeping up. I apologize.
All right, never mind. I apologize.
I did speak it. My voice?
Yeah, he's into vocal affectations.
Oh, what do you say?
No problem.
I don't know what that is.
That's a cruel joke to play on somebody that just came into the room and doesn't have any context. I mean,
Okay,
come on, man.
All right. Oh, hello.
He's trying to
Hello,
pick up.
Pot. What do you think? How black do you think my? Hello, Pot. How black do you think the kettle is? The joke's on you, Sasha. I'm sorry. You're right. I shouldn't involve other people, but the joke is on you.
Why do you have so, clearly you got some vitriol or animosity towards
Yeah,
me. I
against
don't know
you.
why.
I've said it.
Why? Why are you picking on me?
Because I think you pick on other people.
I'm okay.
I've said enough. I'm actually not. Never mind.
I can't hear you, David. Matrix.
Sorry. That's being good taste. You can't just be better at being funny and putting people down. And
Of course we can.
come on,
The strongest survive.
step it up. I might end up liking you actually at the end of this, but don't do the 2-cent punches. These are
Just be more mindful of the people you speak to. Okay.
I don't know. I don't know anything about Shlomi.
Well, then learn. Listen, learn, check it out. Over time, you'll,
I
get
listened for a
it.
little bit, and I was respectful, and I asked Shlomi if I could ask him a question, and then it seems like his army of fans responded for him, but I would like to have him to have responded. Honestly, I didn't know it was 1 a.m. or it was late.